Welcome to my Titanic passenger profile series. What if surviving the most famous shipwreck in history was only the beginning of your story? Picture a small farming village in County Cork, Ireland. Rolling green hills, the smell of turf smoke, and a 21-year-old farm laborer named Daniel Buckley, dreaming of something bigger across the Atlantic. Born on the 29th of September, 1890, in Boherb, County Cork, Daniel was a single young man with one destination in mind, New York City. He wasn't sailing in luxury. He boarded the Titanic at Queenstown on Thursday, the 11th of April, 1912, as a third-class passenger. His ticket, number 330,920, cost just £7, 15 shillings. Everything he owned, everything he hoped for, packed into that one small fare. Daniel was part of a group from his home region: Hannah Reardon, Bridget Bradley, Patrick O'Connor, Nora O'Leary and Michael Linehan, young Irish souls, all chasing the same dream. He slept in a third-class cabin near the ship's bow, sharing the space with other Irishmen. Then came the night of April 14th. 20 minutes before midnight, Daniel heard the collision. He immediately sensed something was wrong. When he climbed out of bed, water was already around his ankles, creeping slowly into the cabin. He tried to wake the others. They laughed. They told him he was dreaming of Ireland. When he turned on the light, they finally saw the water on the floor, and panic set in. Daniel rushed toward the upper decks. He noticed other passengers wearing life jackets but had none, so he turned back, only to find water rising to the third or fourth step of the staircase. At one point, a crewman shoved a steerage passenger back from a gate leading to first class and locked it shut. The furious passenger broke it open. Daniel kept moving. A first-class passenger who had 2 life jackets surrendered one to Daniel and helped him fasten it. A stranger's kindness in the darkest hour. Daniel found his way to a lifeboat. But then, officers arrived and ordered the men out. Most complied. Daniel stayed. He broke down and began to cry. And then, a woman in the boat threw her shawl over his head. She told him to hold fast. Daniel believed his savior to be Mrs. Astor herself. The disguise worked. The boat was lowered into the freezing Atlantic. As the night stretched on, those in the lifeboat spotted the lights of the Carpathia, and many became hysterical with relief. Daniel Buckley had survived the Titanic. He was later called to testify at the American Inquiry, one of the few third-class passengers ever given that platform. He settled in Manhattan. He worked. He built a life. Then, in 1917, he answered another call, this time, to war. He joined the 69th Regiment, made up entirely of Irishmen, and shipped to France as part of the 165th U.S. Infantry. On the 17th of October, 1918, during the Meuse-Argonne campaign, Daniel Buckley was shot by a sniper while helping to evacuate the wounded. He was 28 years old. Though initially buried in France, his body was later brought home to King Williamstown Cemetery in County Cork, Ireland, the same soil he had left behind with a one-way ticket and a dream. Daniel Buckley survived the unthinkable, only to give everything in service to others. A farm boy from Cork. A Titanic survivor. A soldier. A hero. Some lives are too large for one story. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my Titanic passenger profile series. Stay tuned for my next video.